Yeah, I think first credit to Miami for coming back like that. I thought we played a real good first half. We were up 18, and they took it right at us in the second half. We were very unsound in certain areas, blockouts on free throws, giving up stuff. Had a hard time. That's a good action they run when their four-man can shoot and separate. We tried a couple different things, and they did the job, and guys made plays for them. So I give them credit for that. But we got to be better than that. And I think you got to play every possession in ACC basketball against quality talent, and that was frustrating. But to come back in overtime and, Justin to hit the big shot when he was discouraged, I'll look at that, the foul was significant. And then to see London take it over like that, Mariel getting heavy minutes, Darian, different guys stepping up. Yeah, that was a good sign. So I certainly liked what I saw in that because there was just that look. And we've had some experiences with Miami down here. And the ACC tournament's like, God, they just couldn't get it. But they fought back, and, both teams were kind of going on fumes at the end. But we've got to improve. I think we showed some vulnerability, but happy that they could fight back and fortunate to come out of here with a win.
Okay. Whitey?
Long answer.
I guess the free throws at the end, Evan has
right.
a chance to just ice it and send you home and catch your flight on time.
That's right. Yeah, I said we maybe could have been over Atlanta right now if we would have just blocked out and done a couple things. But, again, that's not disrespectful. They made some plays down the stretch, but we had some chances. Now, look, they missed a lot of free throws, too. They had a chance not win it late. But, that was one free throw away. And, again, you felt like you had it, but college is funny. It's, should we have fouled, like in the backcourt? You go through all that. I thought we did a good job. Justin tried to stay away. You guys probably saw the replay better than I did. But, yeah, it was there for the taking, and to do it without Malcolm, that's the thing that he's kind of been a leader and finishes well for us.
Brad,
what do you think the difference was in that second overtime? I mean, you guys seem to. Was it just being able to tie it and go force the overtime?
Yeah, it was kind of who could outlast who. You needed a couple buckets. You just needed to score. Anthony was. And Anthony wasn't himself. He was so good the last game, and so again we kind of had to have different guys step up. But when your point guard, your lead guards, putting the ball in his hands and making decisions, and different guys are doing things, Darian knocking down free throws, couple key stops, even breakdowns defensively. But then Darian comes out of nowhere and taps a couple of those or bother those shots. It could have gone either way. But I think you saw the value of a guy kind of running the show.
Isabel.
The way Justin played in that first overtime, hitting that three-pointer, is that what you've come to expect of him at this point? Well,
yeah, Justin, he did some good things, and just like all of our guys, he had some breakdowns that cost us. So I just want Justin to keep, definitely to step up and make that shot huge, and, was active. I just want him to keep being continuous. I think a lot of our guys, Anthony, we went a certain level, and then we just stopped, and then plays, whether they scored quick on offense, rebounds, or beat us quick. So there's some stuff to clean up, but there's certainly some things to also and that's probably kind of who we are. We got a lot of things, a lot of warts, but a lot of good things too.
Take Doug, and then we'll take one in front.
Yeah.
I guess he wouldn't be here right
No.
now. I'm going to see if he had hit those 5 threes.
Yeah, right.
Had you talked to him at all about his shooting? Did you sense that he was discouraged at all?
Yeah, maybe he was waiting for. You're right.
Does he know himself?
Yeah, he's been trying to get extra reps now, and, maybe he was waiting for the ACC, but we needed that. It's funny, we were walking out of shoot-around, I think I was talking to Eric and some other ones, and I just said, well, it'd be big if we can get London knocking down some of those shots, because, we've seen him do it, and we needed it all with not having the stuff. So that's what's unique so far about this team. Again, different guys at different times, but let me look at his stat line besides the free throws. When you look at that with 8 assists, and 3 turnovers, some of those drop-off passes. Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. That was good, and we needed it, especially in the overtime without some of our two leading scorers, or 2 of our main scorers. Sorry.
Take one in front.
How hard is it, because he on both sides was following the three-point shooters?
Yeah.
And it's obviously you tell him not to do that. How hard is it to avoid that?
You try to go up, and you wish you'd use the replay sometimes on that, but it's a challenge. I know there's different theories. I watched a game where they fouled the three-point shooter. They were up 3. I'm sorry, they fouled before. They were up 3, and then the guy makes the first one and misses the second one and almost gives up a three-point play, so you get that. I like bothering and contesting, but you do bring in the element of if it's close. discipline is what it is. And then, you know, it's a bang-bang play sometimes. So we'll get a good look at it. But we work hard on not following three-point shooters. That's something we really practice a lot. So I feel a little more comfortable in those situations. But it's a challenge because you're thinking, you know, the heat of the game, and guys are crafty at initiating stuff. So.
Slammer.
The second half, the offense seemed a little uncharacteristically difficult to come by. Was that something that Miami was doing, or was that just maybe the pressure of them making that run at the beginning? But it didn't seem like those kind of open shots were presenting themselves.
Slammer, we just scored 89 points, and I can't believe you're talking to me about offense. Have you watched us over the years? Have you watched my teams? No. Good observation, 25 in the second half. We were a little stagnant. And Miami plays good defense. They were locked in, and it was just we missed some good looks. And for some reason early, we weren't rotating the ball in the second half. You know, the ball wasn't moving, and the bodies weren't moving. We were just kind of stagnant, and then we'd throw it, and the guy would try to make a play, and it wasn't there. And we missed some bunnies, too. A couple, Darian had some putbacks, just didn't go in. So I think it was a few things. We had breakdowns on both sides of the ball, but we'll keep working at it. But I do want you to note that number, all right?
Jeff.
I know the games are different, but Mario seems to have some of that poise that Malcolm showed.
Yeah.
He was a freshman. Is that unusual?
Yeah. He hit a big three in the corner, didn't he? I can't remember. Was it the end of regulation, first or second overtime? They all kind of blurred together. But he hit a big one when we needed it. I think we were down 4 or 5. But he does. He has some of that, you know, more of a wing player. Malcolm's a little more of probably a combo, but good to see that. And I thought he gave us a nice lift defensively, speared a big rebound at the end that we needed. Yeah, that was a good opportunity. You know, him playing, that was, how many minutes did he play? So he got some good quality, 31 minutes. So, yeah, good for him.
Whitey?
What was your message to the guys in the locker room after kind of a crazy game?
Yeah, I kind of just said, let's go back and like the grit, but let's look at the things where we shouldn't have been in that spot and address those. And, you know, just liked it how the guys stepped up. I think everybody's tired and ready to get out of here. So we got work to do, but it was some poise to be able to pull out of it.